This DC Fandome event truly is the first of its kind to ever happen, and partly because of the issues with the coronavirus, and partly because DC may have been planning this all along, with the intention to turn around the DCEU and other DC movies and events, and get more hype behind the characters, the storylines, and the future. Although DC did not attend San Diego Comic-Con, which is arguably the biggest Comic-Con of the year for movie releases and other information, they have this 24-hour worldwide global event that includes everyone in their roster, and it is going to blow us all away. We're going to cover what to expect for DC Fandome event and answer some of those questions you probably have. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture. It's Chris, and if you want to stay up to date on this DC Fandome event and other major movie news, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We're covering it here on the channel. Now, DC Fandome is going to be gigantic. For starters, it is going to begin at 10 a.m. on August 22nd, Pacific time, so that might vary where you live, and it will go on until 10 a.m. August 23rd, ending again at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So 24-hour global event jam-packed with information, actors, characters, sneak peeks, trailers. We don't even know everything. They haven't released a full schedule for us to understand the itinerary, but they have given us some details so you can understand how exactly to prepare for this gigantic DC event. For starters, the programming for the entire event is going to be staged almost like a video game. You're going to go to dcfandome.com and you're going to have a keyboard, mouse, trackpad, which will connect you to a virtual avatar who you will use to navigate around the different islands. Now, it's important to note this will best be done on Mac or PC. Not all of the islands and locations and information will be available to mobile, and it is not game console compatible. So you can't download it on your Xbox or your PlayStation or anything like that. You're best to find yourself a Mac or a PC. It says use Google Chrome or Firefox for the best results, and that will be your best way of getting access to everything happening during the DC Fandome event. Once you're in, you have your avatar, and you are ready for the event. You will have 24 hours to enjoy the entirety of everything they have planned. Now, they will be there live, and they will be there talking to us through this platform, giving us the opportunity to enjoy everything. However, they do caution us that the event will only be available for the 24 hours where the event is present. And they do not suggest waiting until after the event to get the news because it could be gone. So if you're one of those people like me that has to know everything that's going to be going on, you're going to want to take a nap on the 21st because the 22nd to the 23rd, you'll be living in the DC Fandome. Now, this is a fun part. It is available to the entire world at the same time. All you need is that PC or Mac and access to the internet so that you can enjoy this event. It will be on for the 24 hours like we've covered, and it will be entirely free. You won't have to download any other type of software, nothing like that. Just remember dcfandome.com and you'll be able to access the event from there on your web browser. Another huge question we've been getting is what social media platforms will this event be held on? And DC's official response to this question has been, although other people may be live streaming it, at the end of the day, this entire event is your experience, and you will best experience it by logging in and creating your own avatar and navigating your way through the DC Fandome event. And the word navigate is expertly chosen, as you will be using your keyboard and mouse to walk and look around the entire event, which has different islands, which I will explain in a moment. But you will use WASD to move forward, backwards, right, and left. And then, of course, the mouse pad will give you your eyes, your directioning, and where you are looking. So as your avatar and yourself are navigating through this incredible event, there will be different locations for you to enjoy where different events will be held. So these islands are DC Fandome's way of separating different worlds. The islands include Hall of Heroes, Watchverse, Kidsverse, Insiderverse, Funverse, Celebration of the Fans, and Uverse. The island layout is your way of navigating different worlds in the DC Fandome. So these different locations will have different events at different times. Possibly some events at the same time, so you might have to be a little choosy with which ones you see. But again, we don't have an official schedule or time slot for these things. We don't know what is going to be happening when and if there will be any overlap. But it is a huge production in the 24 hours. We've seen the guest list, which is over 300 names and more of people who will be coming and talking about their movies, hyping up future projects, hyping up movies that are done, just waiting to come out once the coronavirus passes and we're able to go to the theaters again. There are a lot of different agendas for the 24 hours we have for this event. But don't get overwhelmed just yet. There is a way for you to utilize different tools that will allow you to find your way around the DC Fandome event. Number 1, on your keyboard will be your map. 2 will be a screenshot to take pictures so that you can post them to Twitter and share your reactions. 3 will be the store, where you'll have the opportunity to go to Funverse Island and purchase some of your favorite merchandise. Number 4 on your keyboard will be achievements, where you can track what you've unlocked and what hidden secrets might still be discoverable in the DC Fandome. 5, emojis, of course. Send emojis to share your feelings in the DC Fandome. 6 is social reactions, so you can see what other people are saying on Twitter and you can tweet your reactions as well. Number 7 will be the schedule. We can see the custom schedule for the 24 hours. If we're not registered for a custom schedule, we can do it on the same day of the event. So that is another thing to bring you to. It is important for you to go ahead and register for the event now. Give them an email and set up. Although there is no capacity to the amount of people they can have at the event, you are going to want to go ahead and get organized. And once they do release the schedule, it'll give you the opportunity to go around and kind of select what it is you're going to want to watch. Like I said, there isn't a schedule released yet, but it is safe to say a lot of these things may start to overlap. Not some of the bigger things, but some of the smaller things, which may include something you are interested in. So go ahead and register now. You can find all of that information at dcfandome.com, where they are trying to keep us as up to date and have us as prepared for the event as possible. Now, what exactly are the events we will be doing? Well, DC explains to us the experience is designed to be a personal journey of discovery as well as a viewing experience. There will be panels, sessions, behind the scenes, making of, original content, premiere movie, fan submission, and masterclass that will include talent from across DC television, film, publishing, and games that encompass live action and animation, Warner Bros., home entertainment, and custom products. When the DC multiverse comes together, anything is possible. Be sure to follow DC and Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to see the latest announcements. So that is the official announcement from DC for what it is we can expect, and it's pretty much everything. You're going to have so many different opportunities. This really is a virtual Comic-Con event exclusively for DC. It's a huge event with so many opportunities and ways we can figure out where DC is headed in the future. Like I've said a few separate times on this channel, this event really seems to be a masterpiece of rebranding DC movies, the DCEU, animation, all of it, so that they can head in a different direction and start to appease to fans in a way that they haven't in the past. Which, myself, I'm extremely excited for and extremely excited to see what they come out with for this event. I know so many of you guys, from having interacted with you on the channel, are very excited for this event as well, and what an opportunity it is for us. This event is different than anything any of us have expected. When we heard originally DC's going to have their own Comic-Con, we kind of thought, man, there'll be some panels, they'll have it on YouTube, we'll be able to watch it, it'll be on Zoom. But this is something extraordinary. This is something next level. This is the first time we have ever seen a virtual event of this scale happening for a movie franchise like this. And what a movie franchise to be selected. DC is an amazing group of characters, stories, and lore for us all to really sink our teeth into. If you're somebody who has loved the comics since a young age and has followed them all the way to where we are now, this is going to be exciting for you. If you're somebody who doesn't know a whole lot about DC, has always considered themselves more of a Marvel person, or just doesn't necessarily understand the characters, this is also an incredible way for you to get inside the universe and really maybe become a member of it. Join us over here on the DC side. Things are pretty exciting. So let me know what you guys think about all of this. Hopefully I answered all of your questions. The biggest question, of course, we don't have the answer to, and that is, what is the exact schedule for the event? But the moment that that is released, I will have it up here on the channel. So if you want to stay up to date on the DC Fandome event, especially on the DC Fandome event. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get that information in real time. Guys, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. It's been a pleasure. Can't wait to interact with all you guys in the comment section down below. But for now, this has been Cosmic Culture.